The Arrowsmith Cognitive Classroom is very different from a learning resource room or a learning assistance classroom. I think it's very important for parents and teachers to understand that. The cognitive classroom, its primary purpose is to provide an environment that's highly motivating to allow students to progress through the cognitive intervention program called Arrowsmith. And the students spend here at the Eaton Arrowsmith schools 6 of the 8 blocks of the day in their cognitive classroom, so it's quite a bit of time. The other 2 blocks are math and language arts. And so the focus in these cognitive classrooms is to work on the specific cognitive dysfunctions that showed up in their Arrowsmith assessment. This is where students are engaged in goal setting and setting their goals about how much they want to attain or progress in each of their cognitive exercises on a daily basis. So they're setting their own personal goals. They're looking at different levels of mastery that they want to achieve in that day. So it's very driven by the students' goals and desires in terms of progression. They set these agendas for themselves and they see whether or not they've accomplished their goal in each of their blocks during the day. The learning resource room or the learning assistance classrooms that I've seen, at least in the high school level, kids are often going in there to get their homework completed. They may be there to learn a certain skill, for example, keyboarding, learn how to use a computer for test taking. They might do some of their exams in the learning assistance or resource room. But often than not, a lot of homework's completed in a resource room at the high school level. So it's a lot of support, a lot of help to get through their day. At the elementary school, the resource room could be more skill-based, achievement-based, where they work with small groups of students on reading, writing, spelling, and math. They might do some projects to support the curriculum that the teachers are providing. So these resource rooms or learning assistance rooms are not designed to improve cognitive functioning in the levels of intensity that one gets in a cognitive classroom like the Arrowsmith program. The other issue I have at times with learning assistance classrooms and resource rooms, could be a sense of learned helplessness, meaning if my teacher's not there or not coaching me or not executing plans for me, I may not do well academically. So there's a lot of this sense that without this support, I'm going to struggle academically. Where in the cognitive classroom, the Arrowsmith classroom, the student's progress is based solely on their willingness to engage in these cognitive exercises. So their achievement, their advancements are solely based on their intrinsic desire to improve, to self-improve their cognitive systems. And I think it builds a different type of personality, a different sense of hope and purpose when you compare a cognitive Arrowsmith classroom with a public or private school resource room or learning assistance classroom.